Okay, good day everyone. So today is our first day of class. So we are going to discuss first lesson for the first reading week. What would be our first lesson? So this is chapter one of our lesson. This is about all about quadratic equation. Later on, we'll find out what we call quadratic equation. So as our lesson number one, we're going to focus our discussion on introduction to quadratic equation as well as solving quadratic equation by extracting the roots. So you are expected here to know the meaning of quadratic equation at the same time to find out on how are you going to solve quadratic equation by extracting the roots. Okay, let's start it by knowing first what quadratic equation is. Quadratic equation it defines as a second degree equation in one variable. A second degree equation. So if you've seen an equation uh, in a second degree, then we are pertaining to a quadratic equation. But it's not always that whenever we've seen equation whose highest exponent is 2 is right away um, a quadratic equation. So a quadratic equation is a second degree equation or an equation whose highest exponent is 2 which involves only one variable. So we are only going to focus on quadratic equation involving one variable because there are quadratic equations also which involves two variables. So again, the first definition of quadratic equation is that it is a second degree equation in one variable. A quadratic equation is an equation that can be written in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, wherein a, b, and c are real numbers and a must not be equal to 0. So the reason why a should not be equal to 0 is because if a is 0, that equation will not be anymore called as quadratic equation. So that will be the basis for us to come up with a quadratic equation. The value of a there in an equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0 should be equal must not be equal to 0. Come up with a quadratic equation. So your a should be greater than 0. Your a should be greater than 0. So in that equation, in ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, so that is what we call as the general form of the quadratic equation. Again, it's the general form of the quadratic equation. By the way, it is a quadratic equation if your a is greater than 0 because we are only focusing on a quadratic equation whose a is positive. I'm not saying that if your a is negative, it's not anymore quadratic equation. So we are only going to focus on quadratic equation whose a is positive. That's why its a is greater than 0. So as I was saying, that given equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, that is the general form of the quadratic equation. Now, in that general form of the quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, that first term is what we call as the quadratic term. That is the term wherein we can determine that we are dealing with quadratic equation. If the quadratic term is not present in the given equation, then it is not called as quadratic equation. So the quadratic term, that's the term where you can see the highest exponent. The highest exponent na 2. So we call that as quadratic term. Then the second term, we call that as a linear term. You have discussed before the linear equation. When we say linear equation, the highest exponent of it is equal to 1. So in this given equation, it only involves one variable. So the second term of that equation, the variable x has an exponent which is equal to 1. So we call that as the linear term. And the third term is called as the constant term. So, let's see there in the given equation that is for the constant term. So again, in a given quadratic equation, the first term is the quadratic term, the second term is the linear term, while the third term is the constant term. Next, so there are also equations in the following forms that are also considered as quadratic equation. So we need to say it's not always that we can come up with a quadratic equation which is which have quadratic term, linear term, and constant term. It's not always like that that we can encounter a complete quadratic equation. But I'm not saying that these equations are incomplete. These equations are also considered as quadratic equation. Let's take for example, first one. So the equation ax squared plus bx is equal to 0. So if you're going to compare this to the general form, the quadratic equation, so the constant term is not present in the given equation. So according to here, where c is equal to 0. But even though c is not present in that given equation, given form of equation, so we can still consider that as a quadratic equation. Second, the equation in the form ax squared plus c is equal to 0. In the second equation, so it is an equation wherein b is equal to 0. So this time you do not have linear term. You do not have linear term. So, but even though you do not have linear term, as long as the quadratic term is there, so we can still consider that as a quadratic equation. The third one is ax squared is equal to 0. So, what's missing there? So, in that given equation, b and c is equal to 0. That means we do not have linear and constant term. Only the quadratic term is present in that given equation. So, even though b and c is equal to 0 are not present in the given equation, as long as the quadratic term is there, still we can consider that as quadratic equation. So it's not always that the quadratic equation is in 3 terms. Always present yung quadratic, linear, and constant term. There are times that we can encounter equations wherein the linear term is not there or the constant term is not there, or both linear and constant term are not present in the given equation. And now let's have these examples. So in example number 1, you are here going to identify if a given equation is quadratic equation or not. So the given is 3m plus 8 is equal to 15. So if you're going to look at the given equation, you cannot find there a term whose highest exponent is 2. So that's why, for number 1, we cannot consider that as quadratic equation. So it's not quadratic equation. Number 2, x squared minus 5x plus 10 is equal to 0. So obviously, on the first term pa lang, we can already find out there the highest exponent of the variable, which is 2. And it only involves one variable. It's just like the given equation is already written in the general form of the quadratic equation. Obviously, number 2 is a quadratic equation. Number 3, 6 minus 2x plus 3x squared is equal to 0. So what have you noticed on this given equation? So the given equation here was not arranged in the right form, which is what we call as the general form of the quadratic equation. But even though it was not arranged in general form, but still we can see there a term which has the highest exponent, 2, which has 2 as the highest exponent of the variable, and it only involves one variable. So it's just like you write number 2 the opposite way. But still, even though it's not written in general form, Number 3 example is still considered as quadratic equation. Number 4, square root of y squared minus 3y plus 5 is equal to 0. As you can see, so it has the highest exponent of the variable. It has 2 as the highest exponent of the variable. And it only involves one variable. But on example number 4, the first term, which is the quadratic term, it's we are getting its square root. So when you get the square root of a term whose exponent is an even number, or whose exponent is 2, it's the same way that we are canceling the square root sign and the 2. So if the square root sign and 2 will be cancelled out, what will be left is just y. So in that case, we are not going to come up with an equation whose highest exponent is 2. Because when we simplify square root of y squared, that will be equal to y. So that's why number 4 is not quadratic equation. Now let's have number 5. Number 5, that's 3x times the quantity x minus 2 is equal to negative 7. So at first, you will not say it's quadratic equation. It's because you will not see there a term whose highest exponent is 2. But if you're going to look at the given, if you are going to make use of the distributive property, you'll find out that you'll come up with a term whose highest exponent is 2, whose highest exponent of the variable is 2. Look at the first part. 3x multiplied by x will come up with 3x squared. So, dun pa lang, you'll find out right away that a given equation is a quadratic equation. So, those are the examples wherein we are asked to determine if a given equation is quadratic equation or not quadratic equation. So, quadratic equation can be solved in different methods. So today, we are going to discuss one of the